My name is Chris Quinlan. Welcome to the Drum Show. I was singing a Celtic tune called Follow Me Up to Carlo by the Dubliners, and a wonderful version by the Young Dubliners. But it came out heavy metal, didn't it? Okay. But what I'm talking about tonight is the connection between ways in which different music bring us together. Okay? The ways in which that when we want to connect with other people, one of the most important aspects is music, the connecting tool of music. It gives you literally everything you want, okay? If I threw a brick through a window, okay, I'd be the worst person in the world, okay, sort of thing, you know. I'd be brought up on charges and the whole thing. But if I use the same velocity to do this in a school band at the right time, I'd be the hero, okay, sort of thing. That's the healing power of music. That's the connecting power of music, you know, creating camaraderie, teamwork, joy, you know, sort of thing. And everything that's pretty much what we strive for, if you know what I mean. So when I'm sitting down and listening to Follow Me Up to Carlo, or The Rocky Road to Dublin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all this sort of business, very loud and proud and lots of fun, okay, sort of thing. St. Patrick's Day, you'll hear all of these tunes. And what actually happens is that you might hear these tunes on a bodhran or a boran, which is a frame drum, and you play down and up like that. I've explained that in the past a few times now. And what happens is that this dun da dun da dun da 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 dum can very easily bring two different peoples together. You could have the Celtic drummer and you can have your heavy metal drummer. You see, if I lighten up on the bass drum and bring it back to, say, something a little bit on the Celtic side, so I might be, say, I'll just do it right-footed, so it goes. It's what I've explained in the past as a backbeat on, in this case, it's 2 and 4, so it's 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to bum, to follow me up to Carlo. Follow me up to Carlo. So on like that. Bit of a rough ending, Chris, note to self. So what happens is this, that translates to a good old shuffle, right? Then one of the other things that you can do is turn that into what we call a rolling shuffle, where I'm just using a triplet here. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Now I could go John Farnham here. This time I'm playing to win. This time I'm playing to win. That's why I don't teach singing. And what goes on is I'm talking about connecting things. I'm talking about the way in which different rhythms that can connect when you mix styles up and the cultures that create those styles. I could talk Latin a little bit now. Maybe if I go to what we loosely call a Latin bass drum. Some people know it as a samba. What I'm doing here is using my tom-toms as melody. You see? Albeit fairly simple. Bum, 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 bum. like that. So what happens is that when you're doing this kind of business, you can start creating different things. What happens then is that you can start to layer these influences and start to layer the actual the styles, so to speak. I've mentioned many times, I've mentioned them recently, I'll keep mentioning them. The Afro-Celt sound system is a great group of musicians that combine the Celtic and the African sort of thing, and even bringing it up into of now things like dubstep. Bass drop. Started to sound a bit like Bullet the Blue Sky by U2 a little bit there. You see, things connect. What's called dubstep today was a halftime beat in the 70s with James Brown, funky drummer. Clyde Stubblefield. What a fantastic drummer he was. Still is. Probably the most downloaded drummer, or the most sampled drummer in the world is Clyde Stubblefield. Closely followed by our Bernard Pretty Purdy. Look them all up. Anyway, I'll talk more about this after the break, I think. Okay, see you soon.